my nightmare.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's the man of horror, Troy Ryan, and my lovely, amazing co-host. Miss
The screen cream breathe. Oh, not me stuttering.
Bree.
Uh-oh.
Team.
Screen queen
Hey.
Brie.
Listen, I gotta hit
Stupid.
this joint first, right quick, because
Okay, just having
man,
some
having
minor
some
inconvenience.
technical.
Okay.
It's like it's always right before about to do the shit, or right at the end. It's just technical difficulties in general.
Okay.
God damn
Just things
it.
stuff out of your control. You know.
Anyway, today, this past weekend, I've been wanting to see it for a while. It's Tails, so it's going to hit a little hard.
I'm like, I look, I'm the I'm like, okay.
It's Tails, so it's hit a little hard. But
Dang,
yeah,
you take a
M
deeper
Night
inhale
Shyamalan.
or something.
I swear, M Night Shyamalan film Trap. I wanted to see it for a while. Kind of actually mostly heard terrible things, and I finally got a chance to watch it this weekend. So I text Bree like, "Yo, we got to do this one," because I don't know how I feel. So we're gonna review that first, and then we're gonna do our top 5 psychological horror films. So let's get into this review though. How did you feel about the movie?
Overall, I was just kind of like, see a magician? Is he like the dark magician? Like that was my end question. Once I finished it, I'm just like, okay. In true fashion, he gives you a good idea, and then it kind of just falls apart through the movie. um, yeah, it was, and
Literally that. Literally that.
like that's the best way I could describe it.
Um, the first thing, it was kind of hyped to see Josh Hartnett in horror again.
I feel like I haven't seen him in general.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think he's just been
maybe.
chilling in life, because I feel like I haven't seen him in God knows how long. But I've always loved him and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think the last thing, at least I can recall, is like the show Penny Dreadful, the horror show. He was like, was he a werewolf or something like that? I think. But either way, it was nice to see him in it, and he did a really good fucking job. Like
He played
he
crazy
was
well.
creepy. He yeah, like a motherfucker. It was like these little almost ticks that he had, and it was like, okay, what the fuck is that? Like I completely believed him, but I mean, we can go ahead and kind of start, I guess. So it kind of starts off with a standard little dad taking his daughter to a concert. And shout out to the singer. That's M Night Shyamalan's daughter, apparently.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure that's like real music because I was at some point I was watching. I was like, she's doing like a whole album of songs. This
Like,
has to be
okay,
real. Like,
so before she even comes on stage, he's already peeping all of the officers.
mm-hmm.
Like, almost as soon as
Yeah.
they get into line, you see he's watching. Now, I've been
Yeah, he
to
walking
M
through the
Night
shit
Shyamalan
like,
things at arenas and stadiums. I never seen the police like that before. So in my mind,
never.
something's happening, or
Yeah.
someone is here that would require this amount of security.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not a killer, so I don't think they're looking for me
Right.
anyway.
I'm not.
If they
I'm
were there,
fine. Right. I'm fine.
so I don't know if that
Yeah.
was
So he
supposed to
like.
be the giveaway immediately that he
Mm-hmm.
was who they were looking for, because it was almost like in your face with the way he
Yeah.
was just like looking at the police and kind of peeping them everywhere he went. I'm like, there's no reason
Yeah.
for y'all to keep showing us why he's looking at the police.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
And
So
so it
she
did
does
like it's
the
like little
concerts.
bits and pieces of the concert here. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Um.
concert starts. They finally go to their seats for real, and he, tells her their floor seats. She's super. Of course, she's gonna be super fucking happy.
Right. Right.
Um, and they go to their seats. The concert starts, and she does like one song, and it's almost like intermission. I don't know what type of
Yeah.
timing was
But
going
pretty
on
much
this.
because then they like immediately then they go to the vendor They're trying to get the shirt and shit. It was like maybe, yeah, like literally a song. We'll be right back.
I
All
said,
right,
who
cool.
has one song and goes on intermission when you just start the concert? And you're the headliner. Weird. Whatever.
So they go to like the little merch area, and some little
wants the
bitch just, oh,
shirt.
I wanted the last shirt. I
Which
wanted it first.
rightfully so, sis was
Rightfully
in line,
so.
and she was
Yeah.
ahead of her. So yeah, you gonna have to sell
So
her the shirt. So like her dad
yeah,
said, look, it's not that deep. We'll get another.
right.
So the guy's
The
like,
vendor guys are nice and shit. Like, well, you know, if I can go check in the back later on, and I'll put that to the side for y'all. All right, cool.
now I've
Which
had
is
vendors do that, right?
Yeah.
Because this is gonna make you money at the end of the day. But he was way too fucking nice.
Yeah. But that was like homeboy's way in too. Like he peeped that. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So they go back to the concert and shit.
No, wait. So when he tells him like, come back to me and get the shirt, he's like, cool. You know, he introduced himself, blah blah blah, because he was like complimenting.
Oh, I
him
thought he
daughter.
asked. Yeah, you're right. He asked right here.
He said, so what's up with all the police? And he's like, to me, it would have gave creepy vibes the way his face was just like asking about it, like.
He had like
And
this
this
weird
man spilled
smile.
all the goddamn beans.
The whole shit.
He spilled it all. Everything he could tell me, he told him.
It's like this whole concert is a trap. Oh. It's for, you know, that guy the butcher. Like, yeah, he literally gave him the whole shit. He like, yeah, we got secret fucking code words and shit. It's like, you should be,
now don't tell nobody because I'm gonna be in trouble.
Okay, cool. So yeah, now they like, he go back to the concert for like a second.
Mm-hmm. But at that point, I immediately knew then for sure
it was him. Yeah, because it was the face he makes before he walks in. He's like, don't tell nobody. He was like immediately from a smile to just like pure like fucking nuts. And so they go back for about another 2 songs, whatever. But again, the whole time, anytime he's moving, he's like peeping everything, like looking at like security doors and shit like that. Like, damn, they behind that door, you know. So he comes back after this point for the shirt for the girl. He like, you know, I'm about to go get the shirt. She's like, okay, cool, you know, whatever. Was this the part where
so when he goes and gets
when the guy comes out of the ground, is this the part where the guy comes out of the ground or no?
No, not yet. But he goes back. But this is important about the shirt. He goes back to the table and he gets the shirt from the dude, but he told him it's back in storage area or whatever. I need to go get a box. He's like, cool, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
Again, I ain't never met no vendor that would have been like, cool, come back with me.
Yeah, let's go.
Stadium. So again, way too fucking
that has a serial killer there. For like, let's not forget that part that you know.
So he goes and they get the box and he's like trying to read it. He's like, let me get it. And of course he steals his ID.
Mm-hmm.
He gets in so after he gets the shirt back, whatever he does, he mosey on into doors. He starts using the thing to see which doors he can get up because he's still trying to find a way out of the place. Now that he knows everything surrounded and shit. So he walks into a police meeting, which all of the police.
This part pissed me off. Pissed me smooth off.
And I'm like, no one saw him. The man talking to everybody. No one saw him.
Like,
he picks up like a little earpiece and shit so he can hear everything. And he leaves. He goes on about his day. Yeah. And I'm still trying to figure out.
The part that got me is when he walked through the police. When he walked through them, I said, "Oh, bitch, what?" Nobody's like gonna say anything.
This is the first time you get by the police when you're like interacting with them. And so he's hearing them on the earpiece now. It's the profiler lady, you know, because now they're like randomly take. First off, this got to be unconstitutional. I just feel like this has to be unconstitutional.
Yeah, like
they just swooping white men up and taking them places and asking them questions, trying to figure out if they him or not. And I'm just like, this not illegal. Y'all don't need a lawyer for this. What's going on?
and what I wanted to understand was what did they, because they wouldn't do that if they didn't have concrete. So
right.
so what did y'all have if y'all didn't know who the fuck he was?
So I'm like, how the fuck did they know? And then so at that point, she's on the mic telling the officers like the person that they found, had just like tackled wasn't the guy. And they're like, he knows there's no way out. He's looking for a way out. And he's standing right outside of the fire alarm and he's about to pull it. And she's like, he's going to cause some big distraction, either some distraction or he's going to pull the fire alarm. And he's like, bitch, fuck. So
because the moment you do it, whoever's around gonna notice you and be like,
going immediately. So he backs away from it, and then that's when he goes to like the food court area or whatever. One of the and he like sees like the fryer. He turns up the fryer and throws a bunch of grease bottles and shit in there. This dumb bitch. You see the bottles in there. Why? And then
sit there and like, stared at it.
If nothing else, get down and turn the shit down. Back the fuck away. But no, Goofy stood there and she got her face burned because, of course, it blew up. That was a distraction he was making. So he found his way. After that happened, he
grabbed the apron and went to the roof. Yeah.
Because
officers there, like, what the fuck you doing up here?
To get away from up there.
You didn't think they had somebody up there? So they like, what you doing up here? He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. There was an accident in the kitchen, and I needed to get some air and all that shit.
So freaked out.
Yeah, and then right at that moment, they get the call like there was some kind of accident in the kitchen. So they like, oh, okay, kind of let him pass with that. Real quick, in between all these moments, though, he is still going back to the concert and being weird. Like the daughter's like, Dad, why are you being weird? You want to leave? Hey, you want to go? Yeah, let's go outside. Let's check out outside for a second.
Why aren't you staying here? It's the difference.
Like, you being weird as fuck.
How is this not making? Because if they're on the cameras watching everybody, how is this not making them pick up on him? Because he's moving so much.
In and out of the motherfucking car. Yeah.
Mind you, most of the people here are teenage girls and women. There were only a certain amount of men there in general. So, like, how did he not stick out to y'all? That was weird to me for them to have all this police there. But like he was still on the roof and they had asked him a couple more questions and he knew all the fucking answers because of the police meeting he was in.
That and because of the fucking vendor.
So now this is the second set of police officers he's done got by. And then something happens and he sees like old lady. And I'm like, who's the old broad? Like,
that's the profiler, yeah.
No, not her. He sees his mom, what we know by the end of the movie, his mother, but he sees like his mom, and I'm like, "What happened?" And so then he go, like you say, he goes back to his seat, and his daughter's like, "Okay, nigga, what's up? Like, you good?"
And that's when the what's the name part comes up.
She talks about wanting to be the dreamer girl before
that. Is it before or after? Because I could have like the stage comes up. She like, they're like singing along. He like, wouldn't it be cool to go down there? It's like, why the fuck I want to do that? Dad, what are you talking about? Like,
no, not yet.
Okay.
I have notes. I took notes while I was watching it. So this is when she's telling Dad like, oh, I hope I get to be her dreamer girl. This, that, and the third. We get to go backstage, and he knows backstage is the only way to get out. At least that's what he thinks. So he's like, okay. So he leaves his seat again, and he finds her people or whatever. He goes back and is like, thank you so much. My daughter's having such a good time. She just recovered from leukemia.
They're making up a whole fucking thing so that they can pick her, and it worked.
And because he never directly asks about being the dreamer girl. He's just like, this is just the time of her life. Thank you so much for being here. And so he comes back to the seats and at this point he was like, I think this I don't know if he was like in his own mind or listening to the earpiece, but the man comes back up to him and he was probably about to swing on the blows. And then he realized, he's like, can I talk to your daughter? And she, you know, that was when he told her she would be a dream girl.
Yeah.
So they took him backstage. Because I was trying to figure out before that, I'm like, how has no one picked up on him being weird still? Like, he keep leaving his
I can
seat,
understand.
bro.
The only one that's noticing is the daughter, but she like, you know, a fucking teenage girl at a fucking concert of her favorite artist. There's only so much she can pay attention to her dad.
So
So it's like,
as they're going to the backstage area, there's of course police officers back there, and the black police officer says, we need to talk to him. The uncle says he's good, he's with us. And he whispers into them, and then he probably tells them the same thing, the leukemia story. So they wave him off. Third officer he gets by. So now they backstage. They, you know, the other lady comes and tells her what's going to happen and everything. Now when she gets on stage and then she shoots to the mean girls and they're so at one point when he's being fucking weird, he bumps into so earlier in the movie he's trying
her
to talk
daughter's
to her
ex-friend's
about
mom.
some shit. Yeah, about some shit going on.
They like got into it or some shit. Yeah.
You know, whatever, some girl drama.
Little teenage girl
so shit. The mom seems fucking weird too, so whatever.
Yeah.
So they had that little moment, and then so they go back, and now she's a dreamer girl, and they move to a shot of the mom and the girl, and
the daughter arguing and
shit. Like, they're like excited at first, and then they're like, "Hold the fuck on."
Well, fuck her.
And they start screaming, losing it. Now the mom and the daughter are. Now I love that. I loved that because whatever y'all did to her, y'all deserved it.
Fuck y'all.
Y'all deserved for her to see her get her big one, even though her daddy is a fucking maniac. And now it's not gonna matter because your daddy was no. Anyway, so I really did enjoy that little bit of comedic relief because other than that, there's no real comedy in it at all. There's no real jokey jokes or nothing like that. That was pretty much the only little thing in there.
The stage part was kind of funny for me because personally, I would like. I mean, I guess it took a second to warm up, but if I get a chance to dance with I'm somebody I'm a huge fan of, but I'm going to us. You said what? Let's go. Like I'm going in.
I don't even dance, but I'm a find the strength to dance that day. Okay, we about to be up there.
Listen, like going crazy, but yeah, this part like he's like watching and peeping everything, and there was like a girl who
she comes off the stage
like,
and you know
exhausted or something that they like kind of carry to the back. Yeah, and so he's like, oh yeah, he kind of like helps her out so he can get further backstage.
Not just that. It was more so that he saw the profiler, right? He could visually see her now. And as the girl was about to fall, he catches her and was able to go into the medic tent. So she never saw his face. She only saw his back, you know, and she probably didn't think shit of it. So, of course, that was his whole point. But it also made me think about how convenient it was for him to see that drunk girl by the steps when he first learned that he couldn't get out. And he was trying to cause a commotion.
And just push that bitch.
And push the bitch down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, we definitely skipped that part. Yeah, he just walked past and pushed the bitch. And then grabbed his other like, oh my gosh, you know what?
Why would you leave your drunk ass friend by the stairs?
At the top of them bitches.
Like, she should have been sitting against the wall by a bench sitting down on the floor at best. Nowhere near nobody's stairs.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That nigga's a psycho.
For real. But now they, like, recognizing him, you know, like, oh, you helped out so much and, you know, all that shit. So it's like, they're looking at him as kind of like a little hero or whatever. So now he getting a little bit more sway. And so they're like, okay, well, after this, you know, go backstage. She want to talk to y'all, congratulate y'all after doing signings, blah blah.
Shit. The point you wanted to bring up happened right before the dream of it, right during when Kid Cudi, which I realized was Kid Cudi later on, pops up out the floor.
Oh no! So Russ is the one who come out the floor. Kid Cudi come from the back, from like the backstage.
That's the same
part.
person. It's the same person.
With
the blonde hair, with the wig.
Yes, that's from the back, but it's a white guy that comes out from out of the ground. It's the rapper Russ.
Oh, okay. I thought he came from, you're right. He came from under but he Kid Cudi does do a song with her.
Yeah, he do. He come from backstage after she go backstage and hit her inhaler.
Okay, so during the encore, the ending of the show, that's what it was. He comes out and I'm like, he looks familiar.
Funny as hell. That was the other funny part. Because he had that wig, he walked past them and was like,
Yeah, because we didn't get to it. So like they're
Yeah.
backstage, and
So
he's
that's
like,
literally right now. Yep.
he's like, knock on the door, and so he starts knock harder. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he so mean?
Like, yeah. Oh yeah, because
He was such
when
a
we
divo,
first saw him
bro.
coming from the back, he was like, what? Some shit with the milk. He was like, "Would you want me to shit my brains out on stage or something? Why not? What the hell?" Like, I was like, "Oh my god." He had fun with this shit. He definitely had fun
Yeah,
with this.
that shit was so
But
silly. The wig, he loved that wig. He was
um,
flipping it. Okay, baby. I knew
yeah.
that feeling. I know that feeling.
So they backstage, and he realized now, looking around, like, oh shit, they're backstage too. There's just no way to leave without encountering them in general. Like that's just it. So he like, hey, like, they Lady Raven, she over talking to them and all that shit. And he like, hey, can I talk to you for a second?
I thought he was going to tell her not to talk about the leukemia, to not blow up that lie in front of his daughter. That's what I thought was going to happen. Never did I think
He should have was like,
do
yeah, I'm the killer. And if you don't get me out of here, I have somebody that I was getting ready to kill. I'll kill them. Which, as well. Anyway, so she's like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "You gonna take us out in your limo, and we gonna get the fuck out of here?" All right.
She was smart. Whatever they told everybody in the meetings with the police, she was smart.
Yeah. Yes and no, because it pissed me off. I feel like let's follow through real quick. So yes, so with her help, they were able to get into the limo. Like she told the daughter, like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys a limo ride home," and she's like, "Oh my god, of course, so cool, so exciting." And
but this is wait. Why I say that is because you got his address. You have your phone. If anything, you're able to text someone that's not in that car, that's with the police or something, his address. So what she was doing was you're prolonging your time with him instead of letting him just get the fuck away without knowing anything for real except their first names.
It was smart to a point, and I'll get to the point of where it started to make me mad.
Okay.
But so you're right. And now they in the limo, however, and it was supposed to be just dropping them off, but she looks at him and was like, "I want to come inside your house."
So before she does that, she tells Riley she loves her before they even get in the limo. She tells Riley she loves her ring.
Mm-hmm.
Bet that bread that was one of the victims.
Oh yeah.
That he killed. So I noticed that they did that. And then, like you said, so she's like, I'm going to take you home because I'm not about to drop you off, of course. So they give her the address. They get home. Mom and the other brother is like waiting outside for everybody. And, she asks them questions and like, oh, can I come inside? They have dinner, little snackies and shit.
And he just look at her, the whole time and every time he kind of almost suggests that she leaves, she suggests something the opposite. Oh, well, let me play a song for you guys.
She purposely told her driver to stay outside.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. All she did was smart. Even if she got herself hurt in the process of it, it would still lead to his capture, or at least give them an absolute knowledge of who he is, like face, name, all of it. Watch
my thing is, so she plays the song. She does all these different things. I did too. To get to the next act, she, plays a song for them, takes the little girl's phone and grabs his, like plays it off. Oh, let's take a selfie. Because the girl couldn't find hers. So she like, oh, let me use your dad's phone. And hurries up and snatches it.
But wait, right before that happens, she's talking to the wife about it, right? Mm-hmm. The wife was asking like, how was the concert, everybody? Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So this is when she literally starts to tell them everything, the profiler, and the police told her like about him driving a black sedan, him all just all the details about him, because she's letting them know how much she's trying to get the wife she's trying to get the wife to peep like your husband is the butcher, bro. And then when she comments on the necklace, oh, he got it, he's always finding these things. What the son got? He got to watch from one of your male victims, my nigga. Is you giving your family the trophies? You
murder,
bitch.
Fucking murdered people's fucking jewelry.
Okay.
So yeah. She's trying to get
And
him to
like
get
you
that,
said,
but
that was
then
when right after that she goes and plays the song, and she has Riley
mhm,
come sit next to her or whatever. And so he's holding the phone out as if he's, because he was, well, she only
yeah,
asked Riley to come over because the dad was showing her the
yeah,
phone. Like, if
yeah,
you don't get the fuck out, bitch, I will kill him. She's like, Riley, come over here, come see
yeah,
this.
right.
Basically that's what she was trying to do. So when she snatches the phone, she shows Riley or whatever. And then she runs into the bathroom and locks herself in.
No,
Um,
she snatches it to take a picture right quick, quote
oh yeah,
unquote.
yeah, but yeah, that's what
Because
I'm
they was
saying.
like,
She really,
let's take a picture of this, and then Ryder's like, I don't know where my phone is, but she had took her phone, and so she
mm-hmm.
said, oh well, let's just use your dad's, and snatched it out of his hand, and was like, oh, and jumped up and runs to the bathroom, and he starts freaking the whole fuck out, like going nuts. Now this is
Like
why I was
literally banging on
irritated.
the door, and you can hear the family saying like, "Dad, please
Yeah,
stop. You're
Dad, what's
embarrassing
going
me.
on?
Like you're
You,
doing too much. You're kind of scary
yeah,
now."
it's kind of
And he's like,
crazy.
"Just go upstairs, go upstairs." And then he get like kind of
All that
quiet because
shit.
I'm like, he didn't unlock
Like
his
he
family
killed
that
them.
fast. There's no
Yeah, he
way for
off
him to,
their
unless
ass.
he was snapping necks. There's
Yeah,
no way for that fast, that quietly, for him to have
yeah.
unalived his entire family that fast. Um. Uh. What
So
did he?
this is the point where she'll
She
like
goes live in
again
the
where I get
bathroom.
annoyed. Yes, but I feel like she did it wrong, if that makes sense.
So, well,
Like
she
her whole
texts the
goal was to save
driver.
the guy, but I feel like she should have, if she's gonna go live, straight up been like, the butcher is boom, boom, bam, bam, bam at his house. His address is this, and this.
But
Like
that
I
wouldn't
feel
save the
like,
nigga that's locked up somewhere else, though. He,
unfortunately, but it's gonna
that's
save
the whole
future
thing.
lives.
Well,
Like,
if he's gonna get caught now anyway, though, that's the whole thing. He's already
yeah,
going. She text. That was the purpose of having the driver stay outside. She texts the driver to call the police because that takes
hmm,
care of her where she is. Now she doesn't have to worry about that. Now she needs to find the boy. So she's like,
hmm.
that's why she got on there when she got on his phone to ask him all these questions.
I guess we
Where
just gotta
are
be
you?
heroes.
Yeah, look, she said that she was gonna do it. She was gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah, I,
But
I
she, like
I
I
am
said, it was
sick
still
of.
smart because you want to know what
Uh-huh,
did he see, because that's the only way you're gonna find him. Otherwise, he's good as dead,
hmm,
and so are you. But she asked smart questions. What did you see?
yeah.
Do you know where he took
She
you?
used
Did
her
you see?
followers, stuff like that.
Cause you
So I
better
mean,
lose
it
your
was,
platform with all them goddamn people.
yeah. But I mean, I guess I just my like I don't know. It just annoyed me. I was like, bitch, this is what you about to do? Like, you got like seconds before he break this bitch down. Like, fuck trying to. I mean, but again, that's nice to try to save somebody, but your life is in danger. Like, I'm there in
That
my
she
mind.
already called the
Once he break
police.
this
There's
door
nothing for her
down,
to do.
it's still gonna take time to get there or something.
There's
Like, I don't know.
nothing for her
Let
to
the
do.
world
She's
know that this nigga Cooper such and such is the killer. Let them know this is his house. Like, but
none of that will matter
you're
though. The
right.
police are already
You're
on their
right.
way to her house. All the kinds of police are already on the way to his house. They already know who he is. So the public
Yeah.
knowing who he is doesn't matter because they're not, the public not coming to get a serial killer.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Okay. All
I
right.
know.
Okay.
Now this is not if you don't mess with the internet and killing cats and shit. This not that. Okay. We can
Yeah.
help you find a survivor, but I'm not helping you catch no serial killer. I'm sorry. Not in real time. Not in, like coming to your set.
Well,
No, you better call the
okay.
fucking police. And she did. Look at God. I'm just
Yeah, I
glad
guess.
that neither black man died. Okay. I just knew both
Yeah,
they
there's
asses.
that.
I knew the
I
man.
was about to be out of here.
I thought when they went in the back, he was gonna kill the black man with
Hmm.
the shirts. Thought he was gonna off his ass. And then I thought he was
Oh
gonna kill
yeah,
the
I knew. I
driver
just knew
too.
that. Yeah. But
Um
okay, I guess it's fine. So
So, because I said the
obviously,
same thing,
if he
like,
breaks the door down.
why the fuck she ain't called the police?
Mhm,
But I'm like, that's
mhm,
the whole purpose of the driver being outside, calling the
yeah,
police. So he's not in harm's way too with her in the house.
yeah,
Because I mean, he would have just tried to kill him without a problem.
right.
Um, I
So he
thought she
breaks
should
down
have
the
tried to get
door
out the window
finally.
though. He
Maybe,
didn't. He
yeah,
went upstairs and
yeah.
got a key. He didn't even
It was
break
a
down the
key. You're
door.
right.
It
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
key. That had me
Um,
cracking the fuck up. Because why didn't you just go do that originally? Because you was too mad.
well, I think he was yelling like, "Where is the key?" I know, so I remember that. Yeah, he was saying, "Where's the guy? Where's the key to the other bathroom?" The wife's like, "What the?" So he opens up the door. I'm thinking he's about to kill the bitch, but he grabs her like, where he basically explaining like, okay, since you blew up my shit, bitch, you about to die with me. We about to die together.
Yep, on some murder suicide shit.
And he just explained his shit now. He like showing her the car, like, you guys were right. You got her pretty close. Like, just
No,
all
he
this
told her
kind of
like my
almost
car is a
quippy
black
shit.
something. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah. And then at this point, I'm
so
still like, but where's the family?
yeah.
Because now
I
everyone's
just,
out the bathroom. It's quiet as fuck. Where's the family? So like they get in the car, and I'm thinking when he raises the garage, the police will be outside waiting. That was my thought.
That's what I
They were just
thought.
going to come in quietly, not to
Yeah.
maybe.
And
Because
it
in
was the
my thought,
motherfucking family.
because in my mind, I'm thinking again. I watch so much true crime. I'm thinking maybe y'all will tie that in because a lot of them become family annihilators when they get cornered like that.
Yeah.
Like my perfect life has crashed.
We are going down.
All. I'm gonna have to take y'all too. Or at least something.
Yeah.
I'm
but
like,
they just kind of like standing there in front of the car and shit, right? But she was using, she still, so at this point, we're in the car as like
technical difficulties. Okay. I write my notes on a stick of butter. It's a notepad, and it looks like a stick of butter. I thought I shared that with you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right, okay. I love that. Yeah, no, I think you showed me last time. I was just kind of hype. But yeah, so she started using like some psychology shit because they, obviously been telling her a lot, and so she's kind of talking to him related in the sense of like his mom, like you're not being a good boy, just like kind of shit like that. And he's frustrated, and he like, oh, I see, like you think you're doing something, but you're not, kind of thing. But it stuns him enough to allow her to get out of the fucking car. Like, so she gets out and runs next to the family and start like, y'all, we got to get to my limo. And he just starts giving them little like goodbye messages almost like,
he does. He's
hey,
like,
you'll figure out this thing and don't worry about those friends who, just little shits to all of them. I'm about to
go off myself almost. It almost gave suicide a little bit, but I see the fuck right.
And then he started closing the garage and all the police pull up. Now back in the house, he goes into the pantry and just start pulling shit out. Like he's moving very calmly.
So my thought was either he's not rushed. I thought he was like on his OCD shit because when he takes her through the garage, he like fixes when he pulls her out the bathroom, he like fixes the towel so now they're even. So I'm like, maybe he's just cleaning up something that got knocked over or whatever the fuck. Weird, whatever. But no, I'm like, it's weird. What is he taking out the pantry? Like, why are you moving shit off shelves? And I'm like, nigga, do you got a bomb in there? You about to blow up the house? Like what's
like something like what's happening? I mean, I honestly figured it was some kind of escape thing.
So I literally said bomb ? Secret passage ? And then immediately they're like, y'all, he got a tunnel that leads to the neighbor's backyard. He is not in this house. I said, yep, they're going to pass.
God damn it. So yeah, and so at this point, like the profiler lady, she's there. They're outside. Okay.
No, go ahead. Finish.
I was just gonna say they're outside, and so she's just like, take the family away. So they're no longer with Lady Raven. However, so she just kind of goes back to her limo. It's like, well, this is over, kind of thing.
Not only that, the wife then asked the profiler like, if someone came to one of your like lectures, what would they hear? Or whatever. So this is when I guess she goes sits the wife down and tells her all the shit about whatever. And then like you said, Lady Raven ends up driving off in her limo because the kids go somewhere else. And so now the first note, as soon as they about to change the scene, before the scene comes, I say he about to pop out and show it. But how? Because where the fuck did you come from? How are you the driver in SWAT gear? Where's the driver?
Nigga just got past. He spent the whole movie just getting past officers left and right. Literally. And at this point, so they like drive around or whatever, and a limo stopped, and so she like, well, where is this at? And he walked to the back, and she see the nigga face, and it's fucking him.
Yeah.
And so he ties her up, and it's like, miss, this ain't over.
To the bar, that little handle in the limos, he handcuffs her to that, and she's like kind of in the middle. So my thought, I thought the windows would have been locked. Right? I would have thought because you're a fucking crazy psycho smart man, you'd lock the damn windows. No, there was no child lock on the windows. When they get to this, intersection that's crowded or traffic.
Yeah.
Um,
And of course, it's a limo, so people are actively paying attention. Like, oh shit, who is that? Who is
yeah,
that?
so
Who is that?
she's able to reach the window and roll it down a
Roll
little
that
bit,
bitch
and
down
someone
and
notices, like, oh my God, it's Lady Raven. And so everybody's
mm-hmm.
like taking pictures of her, but she in
Like
there
crowding
trying
around
to,
a limo, and she like,
yeah,
bitch,
now the
help me.
limo can't move.
Yeah.
And she and that bitch like trying to get her wrist up out of there, tear the handcuffs off. But she was I'm telling you, she had some fight in her. She was not about to die. Okay. And she was not going down without a
Yeah.
fight. But at that point, she eventually gets free. She loosens the
To
screw
get
somehow, and
out.
then to get out, she gets out, and now she's like with the fans and shit outside the car. He's still inside the car. At least that's what they showed us. And then he glances at like the t-shirts that were in the passenger
All the
seat.
clothes and shit. Yeah.
And now the police have showed up and they've got the car surrounded, literally, stupid fly.
Yeah.
And now they shoot the tires out, they knock out the front driver window, and of course he's not in the car because why the fuck would he? But how the fuck did he get out that car?
Yeah, that easy. Yet again.
With no one saying anything about the driver's side door, and everybody was still looking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it's giving dark magician. How?
Yeah.
It's giving unbelievable. Yeah. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, at this point I just knew. But so now they cut to, obviously him, he's walking away, whatever, and then they cut to the house. And the mom is just like, I just want to stay here. I stay here by myself. Say, okay, well, there's, 2 cars outside, however, but just, let me know if you need the little standard shit, whatever. And
so right before that, once they leave that intersection after they don't find him, Lady Raven goes and sees about Spencer, which is the guy he had kidnapped.
Right?
Nope, it's before.
It's at the end.
She does it before that. So she goes and meets him, and she hugs the little girl that helps her find him and everything. And then it goes to the profiler and the wife. And at this point, I'm like, he might kill his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know how,
but that's what he was there for.
Nigga up.
And I was wondering in the beginning, I thought it was a little girl. I thought it was a daughter. Like somehow the daughter found some shit out or something.
Because she kept asking, like, Dad, you want to leave? Like, are you okay? I felt like she knew. But I think it was just being caring and knowing he acting weird. Like, you don't know why. Because even when she got home, she's like, Dad's been acting weird. I'll tell you later. So at that point, I knew she wasn't she wasn't the one that is why they knew who he was.
She kind of explained how she figured it out and shit like that. And he like, woman, like, cool.
But wait. Before, but right during this scene, the scene is his wife's in the kitchen. She's warming up. Whatever she's doing, she's in the kitchen. And she's like watching an iPad. The news is on. And it's a video of Spencer getting snatched up and how he was abducted.
Yeah.
So Connor's never shown on the video other than his arm being kind of like, how people talk with their hand. So you see it outside the van, and Spencer walks up to the van, and then he just gets pulled the fuck in. You deserved it. Why are you walking up to van?
Yeah.
Stop that. That's not smart. I'm not gonna walk up close enough for you to jump out and snatch me, or even just reach out and snatch me in. No.
Yeah,
you're an idiot, Spencer. You had no thoughts to that. That shit made me.
You deserved all that shit. But yeah, so she explains how she found out all the shit she was paying attention to and noticed, and he's just kind of like, okay, bitch, I'm, basically gonna kill you. And she like, well, before you do that, let's have a piece of pie. Like there's like this pie that I guess the daughter made or some shit.
She made it for the daughter because she got a good report card. That was what it was. That was what the whole thing was. Like the shit she was going through at school and the report card. It was supposed to be a really good day to give her a nice time.
That's a nice day for Riley. And so they sit down with the cake, and he's literally, as he's eating it, just he's like, this is stupid anyway. I'm gonna finish it in 5 bites. She's like, I know. But he's just kind of like saying how angry he's. I don't think I've ever been this angry before. Like, kind of almost
literally talking to her, like
taking his 5 bites and she counting.
And he's like,
I've never felt this before.
I'll never see my children again. That's why he's so angry. Like, you're the reason I'll never see my children again.
But he's almost excited at the anger because he like, I don't know what I'm about to do to you. Like, I'm about to kill the fuck out of you. I have no idea how, but I'm about to fuck you up, kind of thing.
My problem with his blame in general, criminals are exactly like that. It is your fault. You will not see your children.
You're the killer, not me.
Her turning you in because you are insane is not her fault. She should.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So, but as it's happening, she's like counting his bites, and once he gets to number 5, he like, wait a minute, and he realizes she used her pills.
It wasn't so much the bites; it was the dust on the plate.
Yeah, he sees that first, and then he's starting to.
And now he's starting to feel it.
And she said, "I found your bag."
Bitch, you was in my bag. He asked her. He's like, "You were in my bag." He said, "Yeah, the police were too busy trying to figure out where you went. It was in the car, so I just went and got it." So at that point, I said, "You purposely stayed home and kept your kids at your sister's. You purposely didn't go anywhere else because you knew he was coming back to kill you because he figured it out that you did it."
Yeah. So and yet again another trap, basically.
I'm gonna tell you where he figured it out, because he says it about the receipt when he's sitting at the table telling her everything. The receipt was in my wallet.
Yeah.
And the fact that they found just a torn piece of it, and this nigga's OCD, he knew you were the only person that could have did it. He knew.
Oh yeah, that was in the part where she was like explaining like how she started thinking about it. Yeah.
But it made me realize when he figured out that it was his wife, because the whole time he was trying to figure out how the fuck they knew he was gonna be at that concert. Yeah. Like, how did you know?
So obviously at this point, this is another trap, and so he tried. You know, he's kind of passing out, but he's still like, "Bitch, I'm gonna try and get you before."
Yeah, he's having visions of his mom, and now she's telling him like, I don't even remember what she was telling him, but it was like, you know, I want to see you one more time or hug you or some shit, like come closer to me. Yeah. So I realized that it was the profiler at the door talking to him.
Yeah.
Because once he gets, because he stops paying attention to his wife after he, you know, the shit got him for real at this point. So now you like walking towards the door, and then he's tasered, and then it shows us what he's really looking at, and it was a profiler at the door with the FBI and that shit waiting for him. Because I'm like, where
tase and arrest the nigga.
I'm like, this whole time, like you said, the profiler told her it would be 2 units outside at all times for you. And I'm like, where the fuck are the units? And then I go back to remember the whistle that's still going on. She turned that tea kettle on and never made a cup of tea. She purposely did that. That was supposed to be the sign for them to come in and help. I said, okay.
Smart. So yeah, I mean, they tase homie, walk him out, and he hug his daughter and stuff, and he stops. He like, wait, let me just. He stops at the bike, and then gets back. He just picks the bike up from what they see. He just picked the bike up because it was laying out on the ground.
Dark magician. I said he did something. He did something and got something either off the ground or off the bike. And then it shoots back after they put him in there. The daughter also, why the fuck would y'all drop the family off right now? You know their father's being arrested right now.
That was a terrible time.
Why would you drop the kids off? Oh, that was awful. That was traumatic.
Okay. But yeah, so they show him in the back of the SWAT car.
And then they pan back.
He pulls out.
But before they do, they pan back to the bike and it's missing a spoke on the wheel. I said, of course the dark magician is at it again.
You use that shit to untie the shit, and he just sit there and fucking laugh. And yeah, that's our movie. And then there's a mid-credit scene. The black guy watching the fucking news, and he realized, oh shit, like that nigga that I was talking to was a killer. Which I thought was funny.
Oh my
but yeah.
Fucking God. He said I helped him. I'm not talking to nobody at work no more.
So okay. So let's go ahead and rate.
Before we do that,
I feel a little bit better.
At the ending of the movie, it's either he will escape and there will be a part 2, or this will just be how it ends, and it's stupid.
Yeah, because I mean I can't. But again, he found ways to do it multiple times. I'm gonna say I can't see how he would escape this because But again, I couldn't see the other ways, so I'm gonna just leave it there.
With them knowing his name, his face, all of those things. I mean, a part 2 wouldn't be far fetched since y'all let this nigga pass.
No, not at all. I just don't know how. But like, It's not
Especially
far
in this
fetched at
days, the
all.
age of internet, and you was fucking with Lady Raven. That brings in a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's a whole
yeah.
thing. So,
It's too much, but maybe.
but yeah. But I'm at the end. I'm like,
So
that's really it.
yeah,
We don't see if he actually gets away from the police. We just see him lose the cuffs,
I don't
go
want to
back
see
to
him
the
get it.
SWAT.
At least not then. Like if it's in a
I
sequel,
would have wanted
okay.
to
I
see him
didn't
get
want to see
shot.
him get away no more. Yeah, maybe that. But I just didn't want to see him get away
If there's
again.
not a
I can't.
sequel, they missed the opportunity just to kill him at the end of the movie with his last escape.
That would have probably been the best way to end it.
Because what are you gonna do? What are you about to do?
So
From with no weapons on you but the spoke.
right.
So
So rating wise, I'll give it watchability. I didn't get bored.
no, I didn't get bored. I would watch it again if they make a part 2. If it's not a part 2, I would watch it again.
There's no kill count for real. I mean,
No.
like it's implied. I think they said he killed like 14 people or something, but it's not.
He killed a lot of people. We don't
Anything
see
that we
any of it.
see, yeah. So
I
there's no
think
gore
more
for that one, I guess.
Yeah, neither. I think more so this was more so just seeing the psychological side of it from the
killer.
fucking killer about being, like they call it, trapped. You're in a trap. How are you gonna get out? Are you gonna get out? Like, so I think that might be why. And because it was such a public place and they're everywhere, there was like no place for you to like kill somebody and stash a body, or even kill someone no one knows. So
True.
you can knock someone down the stairs because people bump into each other all the time, but just commit murder, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Killer fear factor. Nah, I mean that's scary, I guess.
Watching him flip
It
his
is
shit
scary.
with Lady Raven.
Yeah.
That nigga's nuts.
Or just the little twitches that he did in the movie. Yeah, I'll give it that one. Nothing for cinematography. It wasn't like a visually kind of thing. So 2 out of 5. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay. So then now let's get into our top 5 psychological horrors.
Maybe that's why it's not past tense. The movie.
Oh, trapped.
It's trapped. Just trapped.
That makes sense.
Trapped. So
I mean, the whole movie
the second one can
literally feels like a trap.
Trapped. And maybe he actually will get caught or that. I don't know.
Not you trying to come up with concepts.
Mel, are you feeling my brain was just like moving around, working and shit.
Okay, I'll let you start.
Okay.
Fifth place.
My 5th place was The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
Because the ending,
I can see that.
like, who knew the little boy was dead the whole fucking time?
Yeah.
It literally fucked me up when I'm like thinking back to all the man rather. Yeah, the man was dead. Like, not the little boy, but like the whole fucking time he's supposed to be seeing a therapist and shit. Okay. Like, you didn't sign up for this, little boy. That's not what you signed
up for. My 5th place is Black Swan. Because it's not as much horror, but it's definitely a psychological horror, and it's like, well, first off, I love Natalie Portman and fucking Mila Kunis, love them.
Yes,
but there's a reality to that of like the idea. I love it. And there's a reality to the idea of perfection with certain arts like that to people where they literally lose their fucking minds.
Literally will kill themselves.
The best.
Yeah. And that's what she ended up doing. She literally kills herself by the end of it. And that was amazing. I loved, like, it's also on my list. It's just a little higher.
Okay. I feel that. All right. 4th place. I'm like looking through mine, cycling, like, but yeah.
The Skeleton Key is my number 4.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Kate Hudson.
I like that.
Girl, up until a point, I hadn't really saw Kate Hudson. She had other roles. I just hadn't seen them. But it made me think about like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. She's funny. She's quirky. You know what I'm saying? She's not in a whole lot of super serious roles at the time with me watching it. And then seeing that and it being a thriller, more like scarier drama type thing. I said, oh, this is good. She played scared white woman well, but she also wasn't completely stupid. It was good. And I'm
Yeah,
actually probably
yeah,
gonna
I love
watch it
that.
again very soon because I watched it probably like a month or two ago. I
Mm,
love the Skeleton Key. Yes.
okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about rewatching that for a while, so I'm gonna have to do that soon because it's been a minute. Um, mm, okay, so my fourth place is The Cell.
Okay, I have not seen
With
that.
Jennifer
I
Lopez. It's like 2000 or something like that.
like I
It's
know of it, but I didn't see it.
yeah, it's completely underrated, and the visuals in that movie are
Mm,
what pull you in. It's like she basically plays like a psychologist who's working on this new experimental thing where they can enter the mind of people, and they enter the mind of a serial killer to try to figure out where his
find
last
out.
victim is. And right, and his mind is a fucking like yeah.
I'll have to
So
watch it. I'll have to watch that.
yeah, I would say definitely check that out if you have not, because The Cell is underrated completely. Um, okay, third place. Let's see.
Black Swan.
Okay, okay, yeah, because it definitely belongs in a top
When I
10 kind of
tell you, yes.
capacity.
Oh my goodness, it's a like we already talked about it because of yours, but
Hmm.
same.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one. Um, I just remember going to the movie theaters and seeing it, and
Mm-hmm.
she was like playing with herself, and then the camera panned
Her
down, and her
mind.
mama was laying right there. Oh my god, creepy
That
bitch.
shit was so weird.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Um. Okay, let me see. Third. Okay. Okay. Do I want to do that? I mean, fuck it. Like, it's because I change them all the time, any fucking way.
Mm,
Um. So third place is Get Out.
okay.
Um. I mean, cause shit. Like I said, I'll never forget moving here and that movie coming out and being like, in a lot of those spaces where I'm the only black person, or like maybe two of us. Like it felt weird. Like, are y'all looking at me or something? Like, or like sometimes people they do treat you like, oh my god, your
They do.
hair and your, like all that, and it's like, bitch, I am not a zoo animal. um, I exist. I'm a person.
Honestly.
Um, yeah, okay, I'm good with that. Okay, I got my 2 and 1. All right. Your second place.
The Shining. I am a
Yes.
huge
Okay.
Jack Nicholson fan. When he comes through that motherfucking door. Why you in that door like that, Jack?
Man, here's fucking like I'm gonna need you to back up. You're fucking nuts.
Oh my god, that nigga you literally see him just lose his mind. He plays it so well. Plays it so well.
Yeah,
Good
for
movie.
real.
Very
He
much a
lost his
classic.
shit.
That is a classic.
Um. Okay. So my second place is Funny Games.
Where is my
It's
pen?
originally
Oh,
funny. So it's originally a British film, and they remade it a couple years later. Because America ain't gonna leave shit alone. um, and I
we
mean,
can do it
honestly, I did
better.
like the
America.
American one better. I always feel fucked up when I say that sometimes, but I'm
You like
American.
what you
Fuck y'all.
like.
But yeah, and it's about like literally these two guys, probably like no more than fucking 18, 19, just kind of decide to go around killing people that are like at their summer homes. It's kind of like a Hamptons type area, and they act all regular and they're like super polite and shit, but they're like murderers. And it's it's just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like that
Not you
movie,
got nice, polite
yeah,
murderers.
pretty much, yeah, literally. Okay, first place.
I could not decide for my number one because
We can do an honorable mention.
up until Get Out came out, the
Uh-huh.
Butterfly Effect was my favorite,
Ooh,
favorite psychological
okay.
thriller.
I can see
Ashton
that.
Kutcher, the shit like just the thought, because this is where like the time travel shit comes into, like just
Mm-hmm.
the tiny little detail that you change could set off these catastrophic events later on in life, and what you think might be a good life could turn out to be so fucked up. And literally every
Yeah.
time he went back into time or tried to
It
change
just made
something,
shit worse.
he made shit that much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
Trying
I'm
to
just like,
prevent
where
shit,
does
and
it
it's like you just gotta
end?
let shit. Yeah, I think it's a good lesson in just like letting life be.
You
Unfortunately,
learn your
bad shit gonna
lessons.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
learn your lessons from what they are, for what it was, and then try to just go ahead
Hmm.
and move on to be better. Because you can't change the past.
Yeah.
You really fucking can't. And that
Yeah.
should have eat your ass up
He
trying to
was
think
fucking shit up. Jesus.
left and right himself,
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
his friends that he loved and shit. Like literally, it was always someone that was more fucked up or in a worse situation. It was terrible. It was
Always.
terrible.
Damn, I gotta watch this. It's been a minute. Okay.
So yeah, so the Butterfly Effect and Get Out is my number one. Like that, I could not decide,
Okay.
but them, yeah, Get Out was amazing. Get Out was
Oh yeah.
Jordan
Always.
Peele.
So then, in that case, so my number one is Silence of the Lambs.
That was
Um,
like right
Forever loved.
below The Shining for me, but I'm like, it's not gonna make the list this time.
Nah, see, I love our introduction to Hannibal Lecter, our Anthony Hopkins as him. Um, just the whole movie just feels eerie. It reminds me of Seven. The feel of it just feels just dark. It's just like like
I
like, it feels
love
dreadful.
Seven.
I do too.
Brad Pitt
I
and Morgan Freeman. What's in the
yeah,
box? Me and my siblings used to go around when we were little saying that
man,
shit.
same. That was my shit. Um, Still is. That's in my top 10. It's not my top 5. And then my honorable mention was the Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
Um,
I cannot remember.
knowing that knowing that a lot of it was kind of real as far as reaction. Like all they did was just tell these fucking people walk through the woods. Like, there's no essential script for it for real.
Yeah.
And they were just like fucking with the people. So it was just like I don't. It feels claustrophobic watching that. I feel
It's
like
like
I'm
your fears about the
lost.
woods at night.
Yeah,
Kind of
it's
like,
exactly
and their
like
reaction to it, even though you know it's a movie and it's not real, but they don't know it in the moment of things. It's
yeah,
like,
and
ooh,
it makes you feel trapped. I feel anytime I watch that movie, I felt trapped, and I'm like,
okay.
okay,
I've not
I need to get
rewatched it
out.
as an adult or a teenager. I
Oh
can't say the
yeah,
last time. Like,
do that
it's been
shit.
years,
Do that
years.
shit. Especially as someone who camps, I feel like it would
Oh
really
fuck
hit for
no!
you.
I'm not. Look. This is the
No,
thing. When we go camping, this has nothing to do with anything. But when we go camping, I can't stand motherfuckers that go, "Y'all hear that? We are outside, miss. If y'all
yeah,
don't
bitch.
hear
Like,
shit, then I'm worried. I'm more worried when you don't
yeah,
hear nothing
yeah.
because we're the animals. You know what I'm saying? And also,
Yeah,
I go camping with niggas with guns. So
there's that.
can't
Um, as always,
take you can take
love.
the niggas out the hood, okay? But they gonna keep that strap on them.
Listen,
We
especially
legal,
if they're
papers and
from
all.
Detroit. That's it. Um,
Okay, just make
but
sure
yeah,
you
no,
got
I
your license and everything on you.
period. Um, but yeah, no, I appreciate you doing this with me. I think did I tell you what we were gonna do next?
Of course not.
Oh no, I thought
You
about it.
only told me
Yeah,
this
because no,
yesterday.
I no, because I thought about the throwback one that I wanted to do. The
No, you
Grudge.
told me Thursday. Yeah, you told
Yeah.
shit yesterday. You told me
Yes.
yesterday.
Yes.
That shit. I mean, I just happened to have my laptop open. I'm like, well, shit, let me watch it, and I
Let me
found
go
it on
ahead.
Foot Locker. If you ever need another
My
site,
bad.
use Foot Locker.
I forgot about that. Yes, because
Me
I've used that
too.
one before.
Yep. Or
But I
I
was
think
thinking
sometimes
maybe.
Sock Share works, but
Mhm. I was thinking maybe The Grudge for psychological, or not psychological, for
okay, Sarah
throwback
Michelle
thriller.
Gellar.
Yep, and then a list of her top 5
She really
shows or
does
movies.
not survive. She's not a
Yeah,
surviving screen queen.
we'll do that
Hate
one.
that for her.
Yeah. But yeah, so before I let you go, because I do got to do another one in like 5 minutes. Yay me.
Yay.
Um, let the people know where to find you, follow you, and all that good stuff.
I was supposed to look
They
at my
should know by
Twitter
now, but
handle.
you know,
I have no idea what my Twitter handle is. I think it's Chantel
is
B.
it okay? I think so.
Is it? Because
Either that or the I bake
I'm not
shit,
gonna let you.
right?
Yeah, no, it could be I Bake or Chantel B. Let me look. Give me 2 seconds, real quick.
One of those. One of those.
Let me just tap into the with an underscore. Chantel. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Chantel with
Cool.
SB_. Just the B. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
love it. So yeah, so we'll do that. The Grudge next week, and then top 5 Sarah Michelle
Nice.
Gellar, either shows or movies, because she had both.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's definitely a scream. She's a scream queen. She's a scream
She's
queen.
she's not a surviving
She's not a final
scream
girl.
queen.
Yeah, that's what I was mixing up in my head. I'm like, she's not much of a final girl, but she's definitely a
No,
scream
yeah,
queen.
she's a scream
So
queen.
yes.
She's a unsurviving scream queen. That is what she is. She
Right.
does it well. She does
Very
the scream very well. Well, okay.
But,
I'll make
yes.
sure. Well, not that I haven't seen it, but I'll rewatch The Grudge just cause. Alrighty.
Right. It's been a minute. I appreciate you, love. If you have any, ideas for anything, as always, just let me know.
I mean,
Other than
Halloween
that-
is coming up. It's spooky season.
Yes, I wanted. That's what. Like,
Let's do
yeah,
a
we
couple
gotta.
spooky shows. These spooky season
Yeah,
shows. Muhahaha. No, that's
the
evil.
show
Dylan.
From. Have you seen that yet? Oh, you know
Of
what?
course I
Okay.
have. I can't wait for the new episode.
We gotta talk.
Okay.
Okay.
First
Okay.
off,
So yes.
they come on at midnight. They're on the app at midnight.
Okay.
So
I'm
you
on
don't have to
season
wait
2. I just started season 2. Oh my god. So okay, no,
when you
because I do
get
gotta get
to
ready for this
season
next one.
3. Okay, but when you get to season 3 and you watch the first episode, let me know.
I got you.
Let
That
me
shit, we
know.
definitely gotta do a review. Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.